Alright, what's going on? So today I'm just gonna, I decided to start filming, and I'm gonna record this priest level up, a sort of experience. Now, I'm still fairly new to the game. You can see here I have a couple characters that I have leveled up here. I have, some pretty basic ones like my hunter and paladin. So I've gotten up there. I just haven't really, experienced much of the new Shadowlands. We're gonna jump into this with this holy priest and see if we can get going. Now I am doing the new starting zone just because it's a little bit faster, and I already did the first quest right after I made this character.
We will save the expedition.
And I'm not too sure if I want to do heirlooms or not.
Strike first
I think,
and strike hard.
I mean, obviously not doing heirlooms is gonna make it a little more interesting and a little more exciting when I get gear, but
Victory or
I guess we'll
death.
see.
Always face your enemy. I concede.
I don't necessarily
Your strength will
need
see our
this
mission
tutorial because, playing the other ones, like, got a basic gist of how all this basic stuff works, but,
The
well,
horde leaves no
I'm only
one
doing this
behind.
so it'll be a little bit quicker to get to
Go with
Orgrimmar and
honor.
start, the Shadowlands
The
quest.
storm will soon overwhelm us.
Soldiers, brace yourselves!
Or not Shadowlands, I'm sorry, Battle for Azeroth.
We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
Ugh. I'm honestly kind of nervous, because tank is difficult, healer's less difficult, and, healer,
Recruit! You survived.
I kind of just want to try it
We need
just
to
to see,
regroup at once.
I've
The
been playing
horde
all
leaves
DPS
recover
basically,
our
so it'll be kind of
supplies.
nice to do
And
this
don't fight too many murlocs at
really
once.
quickly. Let me
They're dangerous in packs.
move my frames around. I'm only going to put them here just because this is where I have it on most of my other things. And then I also want the auto loot feature. Now, it's been a while since I've done this starting area, but if I'm not mistaken, it goes by relatively quickly, and it's pretty easy. And I'm obviously, I'm not going to really judge the priest yet. It's one of those things that I do want to play it quite a bit before I start to make assumptions on whether or not I like it. Because right now I have 2 spells. And even though this spell seems like it's shredding, it's, I'm actually going to move these really quick. You know what? Let me do it like this. That way I can sort of spread them out a little more so that it won't interfere with my actual health bar. I'm also not playing with any add-ons at the moment. I thought about adding some, but I just haven't yet. So for now, we're just pretty much base game. New spell. I'm relatively familiar with Flash Heal because my paladin had it
We
as
won't
well, I
rest
believe.
until the expedition has been found.
It's been a while, but I believe it's the same spell. Okay, yeah. So we're just gonna quickly do a little clicky.
Quite the storm. Probably hit the first boat too.
And again, first dungeon we do is probably gonna be god awful because I've never healed, and I truly do feel sorry for the people that are gonna be healed by me, but I'm gonna give it my all.
Search for more survivors.
I'm just kind of getting sick of
Recruit,
doing the
you and I will push forward.
the whole damage thing, because whereas technically almost every dungeon, is kind of the same thing. If I'm a healer, then every dungeon I'm a healer. If I'm a damage, every dungeon I'm a damage. But currently the things I've played can only do damage or tanking, and I'm not really quite sure I want to do tanking yet, so I think playing a priest will give me that little bit where I can do shadow damage, or I can maybe heal. If I don't like it, and I'm not really into it, I'll probably still, carry on leveling it and record that if that's something I feel like doing.
Nothing could keep
But,
me from her. And as a
If I'm not
soldier
really
of the
feeling the whole
Horde,
healer thing, I'll
she
probably
knows
just come
we
back
leave no
to my
one
warrior
behind.
and continue there. But I guess we will just have to see. I believe this is a sort of damage over time, right? The second spell. Yeah. Wound of Darkness causes 3 damage, 14 shadow damage over 12 seconds. So it's not super heavy damage, but it's enough. A little bit. Level up and another spell, which is the little bubble shield. Nice. On this new belt. And I guess right now we just got to get some meat collected. And I remember this one, I don't believe it's a specific animal. It's just killing animals, which easy enough. What's the range on these spells? Pretty good, right? Yeah. Another thing I think I'm going to have to learn, too, if I decide to go healer is the fact that...
I don't have a target.
You know, you constantly see healers talking about needing mana. And I'm assuming there's food or potions that I can eat and drink to restore my mana, but I'm not sure which ones yet. And, you know, if there's not a mage in the group to drop a table, I'm going to have to figure that out pretty quickly. I believe this one uses mana, right? Very little, but yeah, it does. We're going to go cook this. I don't know if I want to jump into professions yet. Because my warrior has a couple. Like, I have archaeology and fishing and everything. And I've done a few of the archaeology. But
We got
I
ambushed
don't know.
by the Quillboar.
If I'm not going to main this character,
First,
then I don't know if I want to put that on there.
To death.
I only put it on the warrior just because I wanted to try it, since I've never done it.
Quillboar pose a far greater
And,
threat than Murlocs.
you know, I liked it,
You must
but
be ready to face them.
basically I'm in the stage right now, since I'm kind of a new player. I'm just deciding which character I kind of want to stick with as my
Can
main.
be used at range. Good.
So
Use smite while Shadow Word
that's
Pain
what we're at
deals
right now.
damage. I'll tell you when to use Shadow Word Pain again. Shadow Word Pain is fading. Cast it again.
I do remember this quest. We just have
Fine
to
work.
basically
Now
do the
do
same
it
thing,
again.
cast the 2 different spells
Shadow
over and over
Word
again.
Pain will continue to damage your opponent while
You
your
train
Shadow Word Pain is
With
fading.
the warlord.
Cast it again. Like that. One
I do
more
like this
time.
tutorial, and I mean, I
A
started
priest
playing
can wear
WoW
down their opponents with proper
long
use
time
of
ago. I think the
Shadow
first
Word
time I played it
Pain.
was in Legion.
Shadow Word Pain
I just
is
didn't really get that
fading.
into it
Cast
at
it
the time,
again.
and then I mostly played ESO. But
Enough.
this tutorial
You're ready
area
to
would have been
fight the
nice when I
Quillboar.
started playing.
Now we rescue our brethren. The Horde leaves no one behind. For the Horde.
There be bad mojo on this island.
We'll head
I'm
north
not
to
currently
see what
reading
the
these
others
ones,
have found. Wansa, rest.
because I'm just trying to get
and
through this
regain your
tutorial area,
strength
and
before
then
joining us.
when we get back up,
I'll
you
be
know, when we
seeing
get back
you
to
soon,
Zoldazar,
Your
we'll
daughter be
start
right to
reading it
count
probably.
on you.
The Horde never abandons its soldiers. I will not abandon her.
Ah, good, you're here. The Quillboar are conducting some foul ritual. Mithron Dawn Tracker, at your service.
Some quests. Givers.
Shirella
Multiple
Ran.
quests.
We move now.
Yes, they do.
Those monsters have my daughter.
Shuja?
The most
I saw no sign of
like
her.
I've been playing is
Perhaps
I
she
just kind of went
evaded
after the
capture.
allied races.
One can hope.
So like
She
I went after
rarely
the
acts with
Volpera
such
first,
caution.
and then I did the Orcs and the Nightborn as well. So those are pretty good, but that was essentially just leveling the characters. I still haven't really decided which one really catches my eye. So I didn't loot anything from these guys. No, quite good. I sort of copper from it, so I guess it's worth it. And I'm still, you know, I haven't decided if I want to use heirlooms or not. I might, just for the fact that since I'm a pretty rookie healer, if it actually does help me in a way, it might be worth it and a little more fair to those that I'm trying to heal. But I'll think about it for sure. anymore. I don't think the boss counts. And the last time I played, you know, the little star on the map, I don't know if that was a thing, but I know now that it is a... I don't know if I'd call it a boss. It's just sort of like a bigger enemy. And I know that some of them can drop certain loot that I believe you can only get from killing them, so some of them are definitely worth doing at least. I'm not sure if it's 100% drop chance either. I know that like in Zul'Dazar, a couple of the ones I killed, every time I noticed that I was getting the same loot out of it, but then other times I don't remember killing it or not, like a different boss, and I would get like a piece of gear from it, so I'm not going to claim anything until I know for sure. Oh. I know the shield's pretty weak. I know it's not as strong as the mage shield at all. What is absorbing 50 damage. Yeah, it's not as strong as the mage shield. What is this? Mind Blast. Blast the target's mind for 29 shadow damage. Okay. See, like stuff like that, I'm gonna have to actually really look at these spells, because again, I've never played a priest, so all these spells are pretty new to me. And I believe the first character that I ever made was a, I want to say a warlock. And I used to play Alliance a lot. The first times I got into it, I think the most I got to is like a 40. 40 Fury Warrior was my highest on Alliance at the time of my first sort of delving into WoW, and then towards the end, I think I swapped
You must be Warlord Brekka. Shoot his
to a
mother.
Death Knight.
She always said you'd
And
save
I did that for a
We're
while.
not safe just
I want to do
yet.
it right though. I didn't pick
Where
the
are
Death
the
Knight
others?
Come to
until
me
I
for aid.
No idea.
actually made it to
But
level
I
50
got
on
a
my
way
own.
to find out.
But
This here's a tiny
I just
version of the
this time when I
choppy
came
roasted
back, I
malt
decided to go Horde, and
Just
I
let me enlarge
just
it.
haven't gone back.
Okay, I've overdone it a bit. Hold on.
I just personally, I think Horde has a little more character. You know,
Perfect. It ain't pretty, but it gets
like
the
this
job
quest in particular, I found really interesting because when I came back, I started Alliance and I did this, and you actually end up having to go over here, and on the Alliance side,
done. Can you hear me,
one of these
recruit?
boars, you
Looks
grow
like
it,
the camera's working
ride
like
it
a
to
charm.
go kill this stuff.
If it has
And
a
on the
camera,
Horde,
then why
since the
does
goblins
someone
aren't
need
as
to be up
tech
there?
savvy as the gnomes,
I need a backup
he
plan
builds a
in case
gun,
your recruit gets dropped
and
like a
instead of
rock.
enlarging it, it just blows it up.
Yep.
And then you just kind of
This ain't
decide to
still
use
on.
that instead and just blow all the
Hey,
stuff up
now,
with the gun. So
you accepted all
definitely a little different
liability
character, but
by
I
agreeing to
personally
this.
do find the Horde to have just a
Be quiet.
better,
I see
conversations,
something.
character, story, from what I've experienced at least.
We will take your soul and raise the dragon from the dead.
Cowards!
Soon
go.
you will face the...
They're bringing a dragon back from the dead? Is it
I do
too
like
late
though
for
in
us
this
to run?
tutorial how they're talking about the dragon
We
at
do
the end of
not
the tutorial.
run when our people
You know,
need
you
us.
actually end up
Find us a
fighting
way
the
through
dragon,
all of
and it
those
sort of teaches
undead.
you how dungeons
Hey,
work.
you say
Which,
jump,
now that I'm
I
thinking about it,
provide the rocket
that
boost.
tutorial dungeon might actually
How
help me learn how to
about
heal a little
a
bit,
giant
because
boar?
you'd still have to pick a role.
Whatever you do,
So I might get to
make it
learn a
quick.
little in there,
My
like
daughter's
very
life
little,
is
but
at stake.
anything's better than nothing.
You need it? I got it. Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay.
Well, I promised a
Resizer
giant
B9
boar.
tested.
Now we just gotta deliver.
Hate to do this to you, guy, but I'm gonna steal your boar. Oh, I did give it to me. Dang it. Okay. Arm, I guess.
Huh. That ain't right. Let's see. Just gotta... There.
I
Try
need
it
to
now.
get closer.
Oh, who needs a giant boar when we can do that? Here, try it again. Now that's what I'm
There
talking
you
about. Let's get back to
So now we have
greatness.
the gun instead of the giant boar. Which I'm cool with, As far as going
Stay
faster, it
focused
seems
on our
to work a
mission.
little quicker. Oh, it's him.
Time is money, friend. When
Get a
you
new
blow
staff
up
out of
those
this. Probably not
zombies,
gonna be as
remember
nice.
that my
It's one thing I always like. The
proprietary
Blood Elf
invention
staff
made
looks
it happen.
quite nice.
It's too far away.
One dead? Okay, yeah, he's dead. Boom.
Hey, remember that little talk we had about liability? It looks like that rig is about to, explode.
Oh, lovely.
Mother, I failed. The Horde.
Just fades
Hang
away.
on, Shuja! Recruit with me!
And now we gotta fight the
Ogar!
ogre. I think it's an ogre. And I don't know if it's gonna pull aggro on me or her, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Yeah, it's going for me. It's alright.
Wretched ogre.
New spell.
Let's check on Shuja. Mother,
Power
I
word.
tried to stop the ogres on my own.
Power word.
But I failed.
Confuse the target with
My strength was
stamina
not
by 5%
enough.
for 1 hour.
Shuja, the Horde
Okay,
is
so this is
strong.
one of my,
Not when we fight alone, but when we stand
healing abilities.
united.
If the target in your party
Now,
or raid, all
Tell
party.
me what's happened here.
Really affected. It's the one that. No.
The Horde will
I
be
think there's a
victorious.
priest ability that
The ogres are
boosts
using
your speed, isn't there? Like you put it on the ground, and when you run through it, it boosts your speed. Heirlooms can I use anyway? And the only reason I have the heirlooms that I do is because I joined a guild that I got invited
The
to,
Horde has endured worse than
and I
this.
was able to purchase these heirlooms.
Greetings, man.
I don't have a lot though, just because the guild I was with didn't have a lot, so you know, I didn't really expect to.
Stay away
Did I
from
sell
the
all my stuff? Oh, dumb.
spirits be
I
with you.
forgot. I have to equip it here. I can't just. Yeah, okay. Got my Horde
Together,
tabard,
we can
which
put an
looks
end to these
beautiful.
rituals.
We will save the expedition. Thank you.
So if I'm not mistaken, we have to go over here and
but you can
kill
still
some spiders
perform their
and
rest.
Welcome to the
a
party.
Tauren.
Let's see if we can find one of those
I
rituals.
don't remember the Tauren's name, but I remember it being a Tauren. I have to wait for him.
A dark pit and darker
I
magic.
thought about doing an undead
I
for my
think we
priest
found
as
the
well,
ritual.
but I really like how
I
they're
wonder
sort
if
of
this
hunched
island
over.
will kill me. You're the
So-
only hope those survivors have left.
And
No
a
pressure.
typical
And
player
make
using
sure
blood
you
elf,
be
but
stopping that ritual.
oh well. If I just so happen to really like priest, I don't really want to have to do a race change later on. I have to loot it. Oh, I just have to kill it and free the trapped members. And I think doing this tutorial puts you up to a 10, if I'm not mistaken, by the end of it. You'll be level 10. And then after that, you have to... I think you still have to bust out Princess Talanji. If not, then you can just go straight to Zuldazar. I just don't remember the circumstance that determines whether or not you have to.
I'm out of range.
Having this shield's quite nice as well. Even though it's weak, the fact that you can cast it like so many times. You can cast it on other people too, can't you? Shield's an ally. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, 'cause I'm pretty sure I've had it been cast on me during some
I
dungeons.
need to target something first.
Ooh, that did nice damage. I guess I don't have to kill like everything. I only need to free 2 more trap people, and they're both down here, so. Do this one and then the next one. And I'll be honest, I'm a little petty. The whole reason I decided to use this heirloom staff is just because I thought the other one that I got was pretty ugly. This is the first time I've played with headphones in a while, so I never really noticed the music going through this area. The music's actually pretty ominous, kind of setting the mood pretty good.
A rescue party. Earth Mother, guide their path.
Yeah, so that's who we're coming in to save, the Earth Daughter.
I will harvest your life force, and then those who sealed me in here shall burn. And I really don't have very many spells to hit her too much. I guess I'll wait till her health gets a little bit low, and then I'll use the Mind Blast. I guess it doesn't really matter, I could burn through with Smite. But... And then if I'm not mistaken, we use a Druid. So
I will bear us to safety.
Yeah, we ride out on her. Definitely speeds things up quite a bit.
Watch over and protect us.
Mount
Dark
like
magic
also,
has brought
when it comes to
ruin
mount,
this
I have a
place.
few. I do have the. I guess I should actually probably put that on my bar to speed things up. Chauffeured, Hog, the Hyena from the Volterra quest, a couple that I've unlocked, and then some other ones that I've actually just purchased. So.
You did good saving the survivors and killing the spiders.
Those spiders had their rightful home destroyed. They deserved better.
Well, if you be putting it that way.
Make you feel bad for killing spiders. Dare you?
You have a problem with spiders, Wanza? These ogres will cower before
I think we're gonna leave this one here.
The spiders we drones be dealing with? Sure.
And we will pick up after. Let's just see what the spell we got is. Psychic Scream. Let's add a physical scream, causing 5 enemies within 8 yards to flee. Starting taking them for 8 seconds. So we get a fear as a priest. That's kind of nice. And we also got a new wrist. Alright, well, I'm going to leave it there. If you enjoyed, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, and we will pick this up very soon.